back to his
Hey, to the point with Mike Leo.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up,
hey,
Vince?
guys.
Mike,
We're
man,
back
what's up, man?
for another stupid ass episode. At number 69, right? Yeah.
Oh,
That's a unique one.
Hey,
I
so
guess.
listen.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, so how
we
was
got
you
a
guys?
special guest for 69
No,
tonight?
no.
Hey, so listen, how was you guys' Easter? You guys have a good Easter?
It was all right.
Yeah, it was
How
pretty
was-
good.
how was
I mean,
yours?
we had family over, and
good. It was good. You know, kids played around and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah, you
it's
showed me
all-
some pictures today. Looked like
It was
you had a
pretty
pretty good family
Yeah,
get
we had
together.
a pretty good family get together and stuff like that. But back to that. Hey, have you guys seen the new? There's like a new episode on Netflix right now called about Moses.
I don't have
The
Netflix.
story about Moses. Whenever you guys get a chance, take a look at it, man. It's pretty good. I've been watching it. It's very graphic, for sure. It's very graphic, but it's real good, man. It like shows you back then, like, you know, like this Moses guy. He like lived two lives, man. He had like one life in Egypt and another life in another land. Moses was that one kid that was found in the river. You guys remember that in the Bible or something like that?
yes. Yes.
He's the guy.
He's a very important person
Yeah, for
in most
sure.
religious historical
Yeah,
texts.
for sure. But anyways, have you guys heard about P. Diddy?
Yeah.
Anything else
Yeah,
about P. Diddy, man?
How
What's
could we
going on?
not?
What's
Actually,
going
it
on down there?
kind of broke when we did the episode last week.
Yeah,
we
it
didn't
was
really.
it was just fresh coming out,
Yeah.
a little too fresh. You know, we still didn't know too much what's going on. But do you guys think it's real though?
I mean,
Like, you think he was reeling in like
Well-
kids and stuff like that to bring them out to be artists and stuff like that?
I always wonder when you see these major, like, the guy's got so much money he doesn't know what to do with. Why does he need to be tied up in something like that? That's like the first
Why
thing that
with
pops.
kids, though?
Why does he need the income from that? I mean,
I believe it's just an easy target.
I'm
you
one.
know.
Sometimes I wonder with some of these celebrities, who did they piss off that's
Oh.
got more power than them?
Right. But then again, Vince, if you
I
think
don't know.
about it,
I mean, maybe he's guilty, maybe he's not. I'm just saying.
right? But then again, if you think about it, though, Vince, it's also the parent, though, because the parents signing off on these kids so that they
Yeah.
could go with P. Diddy, and P. Diddy could, you know, promote them and bring them up, and they can become artists.
Yeah, but
and
I
stuff
mean,
like
I don't know
that.
if the parent really knew what if supposedly like there's pictures of him with Justin Bieber and stuff like that
Okay.
I heard about. Like, but did the parent that agreed to it? I don't think they thought something like that could be going on. I'm sure they're just thinking this guy's going to help my kid's career take off. I
Yeah,
don't think
Vin-
they knew.
Okay, Vince, but how would you feel? Okay, or how would you feel? Okay, you have a kid, right? He's I don't know. Justin Bieber was, I don't know, 14 years old, right? At the time, there's this video of Justin Bieber being 14 years old. P. Diddy having a conversation with him, like at a grocery store or something like that, you know. And he's telling Justin Bieber, "Hey, man, you know, I miss you. How you been? When we gonna go out and hang out again?" Okay, P. Diddy at the time was 40 years old, talking to a 14-year-old, asking him, "When are we gonna go and party it up again?" Like, come on,
Yeah,
man. Like, how's a
that
how's a
was,
14-year-old gonna go party up with
Yeah,
with a
right.
40-year-old dude?
Yeah,
Like,
so, you know,
There's some fishy shit going on there, and
Yeah.
not just him, but other people, you know. And I think what they're looking for is they're trying to not just get him, but I think there's also people involved with all that bullshit, like the Epstein bullshit going on. You know,
Right.
people just forget about it. You know, here in a few weeks or whatever, it's starting to phase away.
Makes you wonder though, who else is involved? Like
There's
who-
other people involved in there, man.
Yeah.
You know, not Kevin Hart. My bad to confuse you like that, but Cat Williams, wasn't it? Cat Williams.
yeah.
He was
yeah.
the one that's coming out and saying a lot of shit too. You know, like he was speaking out and he knew what was going on, but you know, at the time, everybody just thinks that this guy's a comedian and he's just joking around about what he's seeing. But nah, he wasn't joking around. Like, he was being for real. Like, he was telling people what it really is happening. You know, and nowadays people don't get that. You know, when people speak like how we speak, you know, we're telling you guys what's gonna happen, and it's good and it's happening, but yet, you know, you get criticized. Oh, these people are crazy. Oh, they're just goofing off around. You know, they got this little podcast going on. No, listen. Later on in life, you know, 10, 15 years later, you know, you're gonna look back at it and be like, hey, we told you, we talked about it. This day, we told you it was gonna happen. You know, and that's what's happening with all these people. You know, that with the Epstein and all these P. Diddy and stuff like that. Like, they figured that it was never gonna come out. You know. But there's
Yep.
always got to be that one person. There's always got to be that one person that didn't get his way, and boom, that's what always happens.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe he pissed somebody off, and they're like, "All right, I'm gonna expose
for
you."
sure. You know, and now they're trying to look for evidence, see who else is all involved in this bullshit. But still, man, that's kids, man.
Way too many, like that video with him and Bieber, man. That's
Yeah.
just creepy. And then you hear stories from 50 Cent and some other ones and some
50
some
Cent
real dark
saying he
freaking
was really weird.
some really dark shit going on, like blackmail type stuff. You know, the cameras in every room. You know, whatever. You got security system, but if you're using it to blackmail somebody,
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
that's crossing the line. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
Epstein level. I mean, if you ain't known, you know, and-
As
and
of
we
right now, that's
know
all we know.
Epstein, you know, could be out there with him because
Yeah,
he didn't
but-
kill himself.
And you know what? They still haven't released the list of the guests that would attend to all these parties.
So I don't have the footage, but I've forgotten. Now that you brought this up,
I'm just saying,
there's
man,
a company out there that takes. You know how there's data. Like, I don't know if you've ever done any advertising on Google or Facebook or anything like that, but there's ad data. Like, you can specifically narrow in on a specific group.
Right.
18 to 25 males that live in these zip codes, or
Right.
you know, in a 25-mile radius of here. It could be 50 to 85-year-old type, you know, or just on here or there.
Right.
But these companies use that data for ad, but there's another company that will buy it and repurpose it, and they'll sift through it and they'll see where the locations were on all that data. That the other companies might not do that. Some might, if you come within their store, like Walmart or something like that, Amazon. We already know that. But we're using this data to see where certain cell phones were pinging, and they showed Epstein Island, which oddly looks like Nickelodeon symbol, but they showed Epstein Island and all the other. Like a continuity where these same pings pinged somewhere else, and they were all across the fucking globe. A lot in Florida, a lot in like New England, like Martha's Vineyard, California, almost in every state in every country. Ukraine, you know, a lot of shady shit going on, you know.
Right.
And they raided there too. What were they looking for there? And now they're raiding Diddy's place. You know, is he a fall guy though? Is he just a setup, or is he a asset that's got, you know?
I think he's an
that's
asset.
now
Like,
got to be taken care of.
He knows something.
Yeah, but the
He knows
question,
something.
like, I mean, it sounds like no matter how you look at it, he was at least involved. But like, it's like the question is he really the guy that they wanted, or is he, like you said, the fall guy, the littler guy? You know, do we have like another like Epstein above him, kind of somebody that just
a little Epstein
fed him
Jr.
to the?
A little Epstein Jr.
Yeah, maybe somebody
know,
just fed P. Diddy to the cops to get him off their back. You know.
Yeah. I mean, why is he running?
Well, I mean, it's either he's guilty and
Okay,
clearly he got a heads up. He knew they were coming before they came.
Okay, but my thing is too, you know, like, if you know you're innocent, if you know you got anything, hey, here's my house. Go ahead in it. You got,
Yeah, but
you got 2 days.
Yeah,
Go
but
look for it. If
look-
you can find it, if not, you're out.
Look at some of the stuff they've done to Trump. It doesn't matter if you're innocent if they don't want you, if they don't want it to matter. I mean, if somebody high enough wants you to be framed for something, they can do it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All those people walking inside the house, you don't think they're gonna you don't think they're gonna drop something in there?
Yeah, I mean, there's just all kinds of
Bullshit.
ways they can just pin stuff on people.
Make sure I have fucking cameras.
I'm not saying that's what's going
have
on here,
cameras
but it's
everywhere.
possible.
Make sure, you know, put cameras up everywhere. You know, the first thing they would go to is probably shut your cameras off so that they wouldn't see that they drop something in your house, so they can just get framed.
I saw the footage. I didn't grab it either, but of them going into Diddy's place in Miami, where they arrested 2 of his sons, and it was they used force. I mean, there was drones and you know, there's some skepticism as to how they treated them, but I mean, let's face it, it's SWAT team. It doesn't matter if they're white or black. They're going to treat whoever's in there as a threat at the moment when they believe there's guns involved. And in Florida, you can almost guarantee there's guns in the house.
Right.
You got
for sure.
And
I don't believe in the
Supposedly-
I don't believe in the raid. Don't get me wrong.
supposedly there's videos of people like Justin Bieber, like on tape,
Yeah.
doing things with, you know, that they use to blackmail.
Well, that's why
that's
they
what
think
they're
that
really looking for.
they're looking at these 3 places Diddy owns for something, and they haven't arrested him yet. They're looking for something.
yeah.
Yeah, they're looking
They're
for
looking
something
for
else.
tapes. They're looking for Epstein tape, Epstein level tapes.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. He's a little Epstein Jr. You know, like he's.
And
still,
there's rumors of that shit going on where they drug like up and coming talent. They drug them and then freaking get it on video doing shit
something
they
on
don't
video
want
that-
nobody to see them doing.
Yeah.
It's fucking
just so that they could be famous.
they own them,
Just
Well,
don't
own
own
'em,
them.
but
yeah.
they'll own them.
Yeah.
So
It's like remember
yeah.
they came out. They came out and said that Justin Bieber or P Diddy had the rights of had taken the rights over Justin Bieber or whatever, or he owned Justin Bieber.
yeah,
or
he
something
adopted
like that.
him, but I don't know. I think he got like
But that's what I'm saying. Like how
permission to cross state lines with him or something like
But
that.
that's what I'm saying. Like how does a parent say, okay, here's my 14-year-old son. You
Yeah,
go with this
ain't
40-year-old man
No fucking
in a
way.
different state, who knows where.
I don't care how much talent my kids got and how much I want them to be big star.
They ain't going without
I'm
you.
going with you.
Right. They ain't going without you.
Yeah.
I'll
going
tell
with
him I'm his manager.
you. And I'm bringing my own drinks. Don't worry about feeding me. I'm just coming with you. I won't be a burden. Don't
But see,
worry.
that's what I'm saying though. Like,
Don't worry.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what was going on with these parents too? Though is what I'm
Fucking
saying.
nuts, man. They shouldn't. They're not freaking fit.
No, they were looking for that cash out too, man. They're looking for that money. You know.
Yeah, they see that money that could be coming, and
And whenever we
it
speak, right?
it blinds them.
And whenever we speak, that people, you know, they, what is it called when you give something to somebody that you, not a gift, but whenever
Like
you
a bribe.
no, yeah, kind of, you know, like it's just, you know how you sacrifice something, they're sacrificing their son so that they can become rich.
Right.
You know, it's like, how could you do that? You know.
Yeah. Oh, like Kanye.
Yeah, like Kanye. You know, they
Like who do you believe though, man? What is this? Let's see what this is.
I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's just weird.
Yeah, what does that look like? What did that look like? That looked like
don't
he was
know.
patting him down for a wire or what?
I don't know. It kind of did, you know. I mean, I didn't read it, but he was like rubbing his chest. I don't know why he was rubbing his chest.
Yeah.
For. Look, watch right here.
We don't need that audio on.
No.
No, we got ours is good.
Yeah, watch right here. Check, check, check.
Mhm.
Nothing.
Feel
Nothing.
him.
Feeling.
Patting his
I'll kill you, motherfucker. That's what he's saying.
right.
Some sick shit, man, happening in Hollywood. All over the place, man. You can't trust
You
nobody.
see, and he even made sure to pat him on the back, like right in the middle of the back, just
Yeah.
to make sure there wasn't like a wire on his back too.
Yeah. At home, we're watching the clip over and over
Yeah,
again.
it's
but,
crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, it's just.
Well, that wasn't even on my ideas of conversation tonight, but it's like he's still out there.
Yeah.
There's video of him living
Yeah,
it
for
up.
sure.
Like, what's the deal? You know, yet his kids got arrested.
That he
Like,
bailed
I
him
wonder
out.
what like the charges were. Like in the video from body cam footage,
Right.
they didn't like resist or anything. I don't know. I didn't
Did
watch
they
all
actually get arrested?
of it. I believe
Yeah,
so.
I believe
yeah.
Okay,
so,
because when it first happened, I thought they put him in handcuffs and then let him go. But
No, I think they did get arrested. Vince. I don't know for what, but
probably their reaction to the cops coming in their house. I mean,
probably. I mean, I would. Too.
I'll be honest with you. If they raided my house, like just busted through the door, my reaction's not going to be one that's not going to keep me from getting. I might end up getting shot. I mean, to be honest with you.
Anyways, people don't even know who the hell we are, so I think we got to get better at saying what we are. We got into this temporary live on Facebook and Rumble. It's 20 minutes in. We're To The Point podcast with Mike, Leo, and Vince. You might have heard that part, but we do a little bit on Facebook, and then we jump off and go over to Rumble. We try to get more people to follow us on Rumble. We're on YouTube also, so follow us there if that's what you prefer. But if you have Rumble, follow us there also, because at some point we might not be on YouTube. YouTube doesn't unleash the free speech like Rumble does. Neither does Facebook, so sometimes our audio doesn't really come through on Facebook. It screws up the whole stream, so we try not to do it all to one. We were going to talk about other things like Biden's border bloodbath. We can get into that on Rumble. We can get into more of the Epstein Island type stuff, because Facebook obviously doesn't like us talking about that stuff. But in Trump derangement syndrome, is it a real issue? What do you guys think? You ready to jump over to Rumble?
Yeah, let's jump over to Rumble.
All right, so if you're watching us just on Facebook, follow us on over to Rumble. If not, we'll upload the full thing onto YouTube, and it'll be out there again on Rumble. So, all right. We've been on Rumble, we were on Facebook. We jumped off. Now we're only on Rumble. So, Leo, you're free to speak about Epstein Island all you want. I would leave the Clintons out of it.
Leave the Clintons out of it. No, I mean,
no, just kidding.
I'm just saying, like,
but how can you?
I know, right? I don't know. When you get the Clintons involved, you do bad things to yourself. You do bad things to yourself. Yeah, so we were talking a little bit about that, but so there was a lot of talk about Trump's visit in Michigan, was a place where supposedly he can't win, and he had a little conference. Let's let him. Where the fuck is it here? Pardon my French, but we're on Rumble now, so, and it's 8:30. Your kids shouldn't be listening.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah. Here, let's see if this is it.
They have wrecked our country. But I stand before you today to declare that Joe Biden's border bloodbath, and that's what it is. It's a bloodbath. They tried to use that term incorrectly on me 2 weeks ago. It's all about misinformation. That's all they do is cheat on elections and disinformation, misinformation, fairly closely related, those two words. But they basically mean that it's all talk, but it's a border bloodbath, and it's destroying our country. It's a very bad thing happening. It's going to end on the day that I take office, which will be January 20th. It'll end. And thank you. They have wrecked our country.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Trump. Yep, alrighty, it was back on. Anyways, yeah. So he talked about a border bloodbath and all that, and then of course, this was a speech where he said, well, let me play that for you too. This is Reuters. This is how fake news is spread.
The Republican presidential candidate spoke in Grand Rapids, appearing with several law enforcement officers. He focused on several criminal cases involving suspects who may have been in the country illegally and labeled them as subhuman.
The 22-year-old nursing student in Georgia who was barbarically murdered by an illegal alien animal. Democrats say, please don't call them animals. They're humans. I said, no, they're not humans. They're not humans. They're animals.
Yeah, so... yeah, please don't call them humans. They're animals. So it's kind of...
if you think about it,
he didn't call true, all... but he didn't call them all animals.
He's talking about the ones that
are killing fucking people. They're animals.
Yeah,
They're coming over here maliciously killing
I don't care
people.
if you're a legal citizen. If you're killing people, you're an animal.
But what kind of dumbass doesn't see that? That's what he's talking about.
Right.
And why do they milk this bone for every drop they can? I mean, come on. Every sane human being knows what the hell he was talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
And you just play a clip of that, and that's what we heard is some biased reporter from Reuters saying, refer to illegal immigrants as animals, and, blame them for the rise in crime, and threw out some statistics out there from some foreign agency about America that I don't give a damn about, but it doesn't negate the fact that these people came over here, broke the law getting here.
Yeah, for sure.
Immediately, they're criminal aliens. They're not animals, but they're criminals. You go kill somebody, you're not just a criminal. You're a freaking savage. You're an animal.
Yeah, for sure.
A piece
Because
of
like,
shit.
how do you have the guts? Like you're not a human. A human's not gonna go and kill another human, man. Like you're disgusting. You're an animal,
Right.
bro. Like
And
just to,
this is
to
just-
murder
Maybe the
somebody and
confusion
kill
is
somebody.
that an animal doesn't even have to be an illegal alien. Could be somebody already here.
if you-
Well, that's why
These
I'm
murderers are animals, but
You're a murderer. You're an animal. Period.
this problem, we can solve a lot of them with the border.
But you know what? If you really think about it, animals are more loyal to themselves than fucking human beings. So if you really
You mean
think
to each other,
to
other
each other,
animals,
to
Yeah,
other
yeah,
animals.
yeah.
So if you think about it, he's actually being nice. He's saying
Well,
nice things.
He's using animal in a different term.
Oh,
but
okay, yes, but if you think about it,
Yes,
you
yeah,
know,
but
like, come on, man, like, an animal is not gonna do that to its own animal.
Yeah, and
you know, a dog's not gonna go and kill another
if,
dog.
if you go back to when Trump was in office and he decided he was going to build the wall, he wasn't against immigrants coming over here. He said, file the paperwork, become a citizen, and you can come here. I just want you to follow the process, the way it's supposed to be. If you want to come here illegally, we catch you. He was even saying then, you came illegally, we catch you, but you're going to have to go through the process or you go back.
yeah,
I mean, what's wrong with that? That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the law.
Yeah.
But yet, our current regime wants to allow the law to continuously be broken.
well, you saw in that video who was standing with Trump was all law enforcement,
Yeah.
right? Sheriff. So this is another real problem in America today. Let's see. We're going to need a professional opinion and get some input on our next episode about Trump derangement syndrome and if it's a real thing. Like, we got to find a psychiatrist that's got an opinion about that or something.
Kidding me, law enforcement? Are you kidding me? Tonight in Grand Rapids, multiple law enforcement officers stood behind Donald Trump as he spoke. People that are elected officials like sheriffs, others hired to protect and enforce the law for the entire citizenry, not for a political party. Explicitly forbidden from being a partisan authoritarian police force standing on stage. Entirely unethical, probably illegal on top of which Donald Trump has been indicted 91 times. He's liable for sexual assault. His entire business is found to be fraudulent. And law enforcement has the fucking gall to stand on stage with him. Enough is enough!
I guess that's enough.
Every time I see that, I just want to punch him.
Yeah, well, especially if you're around when I do some editing.
Yeah.
That shit gets annoying. When I get a clip of this dumbass and it's over and over and over
So,
again. I
Leah,
gotta
let me
clip
ask
it.
you a question. You've seen other
I'm
candidates
not
running for office, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you say you probably see some sort of law officers behind them all the time?
Yeah, for sure.
Every time they do a speech, just about?
Yeah.
Especially in a local town?
Yeah.
So what the fuck's the problem this time?
You see it for everything that's in the news. You're always gonna have law enforcement behind it. Even if you're at a football game, they're gonna have
Right.
law enforcement
You do
right
lo-
next. Right,
Especially
even
when you go talk to the local small towns, that's completely normal.
Okay, they will even have law enforcement behind a football coach.
Yeah.
So
when
why
they're
not have
talking.
law enforcement behind somebody that is representing your country?
And when did they say
So
that they?
stupid,
When did they say that that was unethical for them to do that?
right?
Never.
Oh, it's because it's Trump.
Never.
That's why it's
Yeah.
unethical.
Stupid.
But you said he's a psychiatrist.
I don't know what he was.
Oh,
I have no idea what the hell he was. He was we needed.
he needs a psychiatrist.
We needed a psychiatrist expert opinion.
Oh, on him, I got
Yeah.
you.
So, Trump derangement syndrome, and people are really ate up with that shit, man. Like they take that's the people crying when he got elected the first time, like out in the freaking streets, I'm dying. But Speaking of going crazy, man, people are fucking going crazy because there's a solar eclipse coming. You know anything about that?
Yeah,
I read about that.
I don't know anything about
One
it.
of the YouTubers I watch, he's actually got a bunch of property, and he's actually setting up an event because it's supposed to happen right over his land in Texas.
Yeah, I don't
Supposed to be
think
a really
we're
good
in
spot
it.
for it.
I don't think we're in it.
So like it's actually the guy that does Demolition Ranch, Matt Carricker, I think's his name,
Yeah.
and he's got a bunch of land that he's having people come out to do.
When is this supposed to be happening? Here soon, I
It's
think,
coming up
isn't it?
soon.
April
On the
8th, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah,
A total
April.
solar eclipse will take place at the moon's ascending node on Monday, April 8th, 2024. Visible across North America and dubbed the Great North American Eclipse by some of the media. That's just a quick Google search. Best weather, southern Texas and area of the Ohio Valley, Great Lakes. Time 12 p.m. in Dallas. If you're listening to us over there, which you never know. I mean, total
Well,
locate Mexico from Texas to Maine, so
Even
it's
though
like a diagonal.
Even though I butchered
And
his
then in
last
Canada.
name, probably Matt from Demolition Ranch, I'm sure he's going to follow us now.
Yeah, give him a shout out.
He's
We'll
only
have to tag
he's
him.
only got like 20 million followers on YouTube.
Hey, well, you got to
never
get up in
know.
those comments.
Right.
Get us some attention. Speaking of, follow us. If you're not following us already on Rumble, that's where we're at right now. But we'll re-upload this to YouTube and Spotify, which goes out everywhere else. But either way, follow us on Facebook. Definitely follow us on Rumble. You can follow me on Twitter at tothepoint.com, DOTCOM. You can follow Leo on Instagram and Vince on Facebook and
I'm on Instagram too.
Instagram and Twitter, but I can never find them on
X.
Twitter.
That's
X.
why you're on the wrong website.
Yeah, so, but give us a like, you know.
I sent you
and
my
at least
X,
follow
I
us.
sent you my
There's-
X
so-
username just the other day.
Yeah, there's 3 channels, and there's the To The Point podcast, which is the main profile, I think. On this, we're talking Rumble. Then there's To The Point Shorts, and then now we have IRC Connections, which we're going to be working with Joanne Bidford and John Karapi, and we've got an interview planned, so hopefully everything goes well and I can mash something together. But here's the promo for that. It's kind of just like,
It's more of a local.
yeah, it's kind of cool, but check
Let's
this
see.
out.
Let's check it out.
There we are. Yeah, so that's I'm looking forward to doing that. I mean, it puts a lot on some of our plates, but we're hoping to be able to spread it out and bring some stories from people around our community. And a lot of them are inspirational, not just in our community, but for your community too, if you're not in our area. So I think you'll see some interviews with a lot of restaurant owners who survived the pandemic, a lot that are surviving the political civil war is what I'll call it, who aren't afraid to speak their mind. And you might hear from other people making content and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll kick that off the ground, schedules provided real soon. And I'm not going to name drop anything yet until I can do the people justice. So
I
I want to make sure.
I actually
we're good,
think
so.
John should be one of the people interviewed. Karapi, that's
Yeah, well,
'cause speaking of
well-
speaking your mind, he lost a job for speaking his mind. You know, what I mean?
We'll be working with TGI now. I'll work with all the guys, but specifically John's helping me out. So it's kind of like me, John, and Joanne putting our heads together, and we're having as much help as we can, and to get the right people and the right stories out there. But I think both of them actually have a story, you know, that it's worth telling, and they'd be worthy of one themselves. You know, there's a lot of that around the county, is my point, and you don't hear that from our level. And I'm sure that's like that across every small town in America, where you've got, for us, you've got the beach side and you got the other side. You hear a lot about, the white crew high socks and the golf clubs, on the other side. But you don't hear a lot of what's going on the other side. So
Right, I agree.
I think hopefully we can bring some light to that. And it's not a political thing, but we're not going to shy away from anybody's political beliefs. So there might be stories on somebody you don't like. We don't care. You can either like it or not. So I think it's going to be interesting if we can kick it off and all put the time together and get the right people involved. So I look forward to it. But anyways, we were talking about the solar eclipse, people going crazy.
Yeah.
And I think Niagara Falls, a lot of these places that are in line for this, especially in the northern area of the northern hemisphere, are declaring states of emergency because they the viewing people. Niagara Falls specifically, I heard first, because they are expecting a shit ton of people to come to the viewing decks of Niagara Falls
I've
to
heard a
see
lot
the
of
stars.
stuff about like this is the day that the world's gonna end.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I know they were even
No,
talking.
no.
Well, I don't know about all that, but this ain't no Y2K. Now that was serious.
yeah. You see what that did to us.
But
we're laughing now. We're
I'm
into
wondering
fucking
though.
April 8th.
I heard Canada talking about shutting the border down at a certain point, not letting more than so many people come in.
Really?
I mean, you got the American side of the Niagara Falls too, but I mean the Canadian side's the side that most people want to go to.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find something here. I don't know. Usually it doesn't show
That's
anything I'm
crazy,
looking
though,
for
you know,
when I
like-
go to look for it.
I mean, if you think about it, shit can happen, man. Like the ocean has to do a lot with the moon and the sun. What
Yeah.
if it raises? What if all of a sudden the water starts raising?
Well, I think sometimes it does a little bit, but I don't think it lasts long enough to really. The eclipse, I don't think lasts long enough to really do anything.
I think.
No, you don't think any of that has anything to do with anything? I mean, the moon
Well,
definitely
it
has a lot to
definitely-
do with the tides and stuff like that.
Definitely, it does. But I don't think the eclipse takes the sun out of the equation long enough to.
Well, like,
'Cause we've had
natural
eclipses before.
disasters. Do
This-
you believe natural disasters are connected across the globe? Like, can an earthquake in, let's say, Taiwan, where
Cause
there's
a tidal
800
wave?
injured, the death toll rising and 800 injured. That's the only thing I see on here from 7.5 magnitude quake in Taiwan, and
You mean
it
like,
looks pretty freaking rough. What's that?
what do you mean though by like causing it to across?
Yeah, like, do you think they're connected? Global events like disasters, earthquakes, volcanoes,
I mean, some things might be
hurricanes,
like
fucking
I
water
mean,
spouts, sinkholes. I mean, all that could be. I mean, I don't know. There's like, it worries me because where we live, it's like a big old sand ridge.
Right.
What happens when the fucking sand washes out?
Well, I guess we're living in Georgia.
I mean, there's some hard
Right.
ground, but
it's kind of where we want to go, but
if you can make it. I mean, natural like earthquakes, man. I'm glad we don't have to deal with that.
yeah.
800 injured. It doesn't say how many dead. Last I heard, it was like 8, but I think
mean,
it's still early.
Really, with Florida, it's just mainly hurricanes. We've
Fox
had,
News isn't giving me nothing on
yeah.
no damn.
A lot of other areas are
eclipse.
worse as far as sinkholes and all that.
Sinkholes scare the shit out of me too. Did I show you this? Let's just thinking about sinkholes, our economy, and this is one thing I wanted to show you. I can't believe what happened to it.
Our economy is like a sinkhole right now.
Did I not do it?
They have wrecked our country. But I stand before you today to
Republican
declare
presidential
that Joe
candidate
Biden-
spoke in Grand Rapids, appearing with several law enforcement officers.
What are you looking for?
Never mind.
Yeah,
We
video or
already
something.
played that one. There was a video of them climbing Trump's wall. You know,
Right.
and they're also expecting an influx of that at the border during this eclipse. So that's kind of global events. I mean, definitely, I think it affects human behavior. How about that?
Yeah.
Maybe an earthquake here isn't connected to an earthquake in Taiwan, but could the solar eclipse affect human emotion?
I mean, I would imagine anything's possible. As far as that goes, I mean, I don't know.
He's like, I don't know.
I don't know. It's not going to affect me, so.
Anyways, Leo, what do you got over there?
Nothing. No.
Are you on Instagram right now?
I'm on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of
Is there anybody live?
I don't know. No.
Nobody live on Instagram right now.
I was looking at the... I don't know what I was looking at.
What were you looking at? Like, you don't want to talk about it?
No, I was just on looking at the eclipse, like what it was doing, like where it was going to pass, like the path that I was going to go through.
Path where the sun goes dark.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of crazy, man, if you think about it. Like, I don't know, like a lot of shit could happen with that.
Well...
Yeah, we've had plenty of eclipses in the past.
Yeah, but not in a leap year.
Probably have. I don't know. I'd have to look that up, but there's probably been an eclipse somewhere.
Like, I wonder why it does that, though.
What, the eclipse?
Yeah.
Just when the sun, the moon, and the earth all align.
Why?
That happens every so often.
Yeah,
but
there's different
There's
ways
different eclipses. There's like a lunar eclipse and what's the other one? Solar eclipse.
Yeah,
Well,
one's
this is
the
a solar
moon,
eclipse,
one's
I'd
the
have to look
sun.
it up. I'd have to
This
look
is
it
a
up.
solar eclipse.
I just know there's like different. One's more common than the other. I don't remember which is which though.
Right.
Anyways, I don't, kind of a short show this week if we cut it off here.
No, that's good, yeah.
You guys got anything you want to talk about?
No, not really. I think I'm pretty done.
I wonder what happened to that clip I wanted to show you all. I don't have it, but either way.
Yeah, just don't forget to give us a like and a share. We're out here from Indian River County, Florida, from the 772 area code.
Yeah, if you are local, get on X and follow.
Yeah, for sure.
Me, and locally there's another town hall with a county commissioner this Friday.
Is there?
Joe Ehrman.
Who you guys having this time?
Joe Ehrman. I honestly, I don't really know much about some of these people.
What'd you say, commissioner?
Yeah, county commissioner. Yeah, he's an incumbent though, and he's running for re-election. So I'll support Joanne. However,
Didn't you say there was something about Moms for Liberty coming up too? You said
there's a family night where there's some protesters swearing to protest. It's a family night. They're renting out a community center, and they're offering free books that are just regular books, like for anybody, adults, anybody that needs help reading, kind of, or just different material,
right?
Not just for kids, but and they're swearing to protest the event, and it's kind of getting a little crazy. Security's been hired, so it'll be interesting.
Who's supposed to protest it?
Some left-wing nut jobs here in Indian River County, which I'm sure they're all over the place.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the people. Do you know them at all, Leo?
No, I can't.
I don't really want to give them any notoriety.
Yeah, so I was like,
Yeah, but
so anyways,
be sure to follow us, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know about them, but you can definitely follow us on Rumble, Spotify, Facebook. What am I missing? Rumble, Spotify, definitely on X, definitely on X. Any of the platforms, search for us. If you're on something not a lot of your people are on, we might already be on there. Because we kind of restream it to everywhere else.
Yeah.
So, as long as I can get everything together. Also follow our friends over at TGI Now, Joanne Binford at Binford Chronicles, Vince's favorite channel. He gave a shout out to, but follow on Rumble for sure, and Facebook, the Indian River Connections and To The Point podcast for more content.
Yeah.
Maybe we get some better people in front of the camera. We can help put something together, I mean, better than me. Y'all are whatever, but anyways, you guys ready to get out of here?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.